Hey guys, Blepner here with another team review. And today we're going to be looking over a team composed of Shadow Nidoqueen, Bouffalant on the safe swap, and Sirfetch'd in the back for Premier League Classic. So I really like this team because Shadow Nidoqueen catches a lot of people by surprise, and Bouffalant is actually a very underestimated safe swap that I haven't seen very many people use, but I think it's genuinely one of the best safe swaps because it wins a lot of matches that you might not expect it to win because Skull Bash is just so hard hitting, even when it's resisted. And on top of being hard hitting, it also buffs Bouffalant. So Nidoqueen is really good at debuffing the opponent and forcing the swap, and then Bouffalant is really good at buffing itself on the swap. And that combination makes Bouffalant and Nidoqueen really a perfect pair. So let's take a look at the matches. So we have Nidoqueen into Swampert. This is a very poor matchup, so I'm going to swap immediately into Bouffalant. And they take some time to switch into Charizard. And so now if I can just land the Skull Bash, then I can easily win this swap. I land the Skull Bash, so now if I choose to, I can win switch here. Or I could take this Blast Burn, and you're going to see that's a Blast Burn from Charizard. And Bouffalant just took it like a champ, didn't even do half health. So you see how bulky Bouffalant is, and how much Skull Bash really amplifies that bulk. So I'm in a pretty good spot here because now I just have enough fast move pressure to really take down this team. And so hopefully I should be able to get off these Leaf Blades before Swampert gets off its move, and I did. So now this game is over because I can simply just fast move down this team. And that's another good thing about this team is that it just has ridiculous fast move pressure with the debuffing Poison Fang on Nidoqueen and counters and poison jabs and yeah, you see there the Night Slash spam allows me to get those attack boosts really quickly, and now I'm able to get to this Poison Fang. So both Nidoqueen and Sirfetch'd are a crazy combination of high fast move pressure and high charge move pressure. And then Bouffalant in the middle just kind of complements the Poison Fangs. And so what I like to do a lot is that I throw the Poison Fang, and then I switch and I try to catch the charge move. In this case, I failed, but I lure out a Snorlax, and a lot of people were switching Snorlax into Bouffalant, and that is the last thing you want to do. So not a whole lot of ways I can mess this up. You see I'm already buffed up. They can throw a superpower here. I can easily take that. Yeah, doesn't even do 50%. So now they're debuffed. I throw the Skull Bash. So I can shield this up and then farm down. And now I can safely either take this or shield. I decided to take it. And you can see there I actually was at the stomp, but I wasn't able to click it because one turn moves sneak in before you can click the move. So their Dragon Breath took me out before I could click it, unfortunately. So now I'm just going to Poison Fang this Swampert in order to put on the pressure. And then Sirfetch'd can come in. And I'm in a little bit of trouble here because this Swampert might be able to get to a Earthquake and a Hydro Cannon. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, and they're just barely able to get to the Hydro Cannon. So the way that I could have won that is if I went Earth Power instead of Poison Fang there in the beginning, then I would have most likely won. So just knowing when to throw the Poison Fang or the Earth Power is really important for this team. So here we have an interesting matchup. The double resisted poison moves versus the single resisted. I was going to catch the Shadow Ball there, but then I fell for the allure of the Poison Fang like a sucker. If I had just gotten off that, if I'd swapped into Bouffalant and caught the Shadow Ball there, I would have been in a much better spot. But I'm going to be able to, yeah, so I insta-swapped into Bouffalant, into the Venusaur, which is really nice, because I'm not giving the Venusaur any free moves, and this is a very even matchup when you swap into it. And I'm going to go for the bait. So if I can land these two baits, you're going to see that it flips the matchup. Let's see if I get this bait. It looks like they got a Vine Whip through, which means that they're going to be able to land a Frenzy Plant. But let's see if I can survive one Frenzy Plant here. Okay, they're at the other Frenzy Plant. I need to survive this and get off the Skull Bash, otherwise I'm toast. And I survive. So that just shows how bulky Bouffalant is, even without the Skull Bash buff. It's insanely bulky. And then the opponent shows off their Spice at the end with a Stoutland. But luckily for me, Stoutland using Ice Fang is not going to get to its move before it gets taken out. And from here, it should be game over. You just farm down this. Yeah, I just go for the Leaf Blade for the disrespect. Easily take out this Venusaur. So that was a great showcase of Bouffalant. Because I was able to switch into it so fast, I won that match, and because of the baiting. So this is a good matchup for Bouffalant once again. We're going to see what they want to do. If they let this go, then it's possible that that I can actually get off the Stomp before they get to a move, and we tie to the move. So I can safely let this go, and then I should be able to get off my Stomp. And they didn't even superpower; they just body slammed. So this is kind of troubling because now this Snorlax is going to get a ton of farm. So I'm trying to switch into my Surfetched. Let's see how that works out. Yeah, so I catch the move. Hopefully this is a Rock Slide. It is. So resisted Rock Slide still does almost half of my health. But I'm going to be able to either get a shield or take out this Machamp here. And I get the shield, so now I'm up shields. And it's a CMP tie, so really nice. They don't get any extra farm. So now I'm going to probably try and farm all the way down with the Nidoqueen. And luckily, it didn't register my charge move hit there. Otherwise, this would have been a much harder battle. But now I think that I can safely win this because I can just catch the... I could have caught the move here. I could have thrown the Skull Bash here. But luckily I caught an Acid Spray and I can get off the Stomp, which is really nice. But it shouldn't really matter because all I needed was one Earth Power, and they know that, and they can see the match. Nidoqueen into Empoleon. I switch immediately into Bouffalant because the Mud Shots being super effective, plus the Skull Bash is really powerful against even Empoleon because Skull Bash is just so heavy hitting. And their swap is, in my opinion, not a smart one because these Mud Shots are going to be doing super effective to this Muck as well. The only difference is that I'm going to be able to also do neutral damage with my charge move. So I easily win that swap. Looking good because I flipped the safe swap and they come in with their third Pokemon. So it's not over yet, but I'm taking this move because I know I can survive it, and then I'll get to my Stomp, which is a very helpful little bit of tickle damage there. And Nidoqueen hopefully will be able to finish the job. And so now I'm in kind of a difficult spot because I should not have thrown that Poison Fang onto the Empoleon. I'm going to have to shield here. And hopefully having a ton of energy on Sirfetch'd will prove useful against the Crobat. We'll see. So I'm already at 2 Night Slashes. Crobat is getting quite low, so they have to shield every single one of those Night Slashes. I throw 1 counter and then throw the move to only give them 1 turn. And unfortunately, Shadow Crobat just has such heavy fast move pressure that I'm not able to get to that next Night Slash. But I can safely no shield that because regardless, I'm going to get to this Poison Fang. I'm only 1 move away and I can survive a Air Slash even debuffed. And you see there that there's that crazy little bit of stutter lag. So I actually did an extra Poison Fang, but they were still 2 turns away from receiving the damage for that move. So if I had just had stuttered by 1 more turn, I would have lost that. It's a really crazy close win there that should not have been close. I should have gotten the move 1 turn sooner. But it is a very good strategy to ensure more damage. If you know that you're going to get to your move 2 turns before they receive the damage for their fast move, you can do a little more damage with your own fast moves. You essentially get another free fast move in is what happened in that last match. So anyway, they're not swapping out with their Snorlax, and I call the bait, so I'm in a very good spot here. Their superpower is not even going to come close to killing me, so they're forced to come in with Trevenant, and let's see if we can get 2 Skull Bashes here, folks. If I can't get 2 Skull Bashes, I'm going to be in trouble because this Trevenant is going to come out here pretty neatly with 100 energy. So it doesn't look like we're going to get there. But we do get there, and then I press the stop. So this is a situation where I would have been in a much better spot if I just trusted myself and I got off the Skull Bash. But that's all right, because that Skull Bash plus Stomp did so much damage. Hopefully Nidoqueen can take these Shadow Balls. He's going to go for another Shadow Ball here. This is a very difficult situation. I'm going to have to hope that I can farm down with the Sirfetch'd. So I go for the Night Slash here, and I'm just hoping for the boost. There's no reason not to throw the Night Slash, really. Especially if they shield, because now I'm even more definitely going to get the farm down, which is nice. I'm planning to farm all the way down here. Let's see if I can. And they switch into Snorlax for some reason. This basically gave me the game, because now I have so much energy, and I'm going to one-shot this Swampert here. They're not going to get off any moves. I did 1 more counter because I was pretty sure that they were at 3 fast moves, and I knew I could safely do 1 more. And then I'm going to be able to shield this and then just counter down. And so that's, one way they can deal with a Trevenant pretty convincingly. So we have Nidoqueen into Trevenant. What I like to do here is go for the Poison Fang first, and then switch into the Bouffalant, because the Bouffalant versus Trevenant matchup is pretty even normally. And then I even catch a Shadow Ball, so this is best case scenario here. But as I was saying, the Trevenant versus Bouffalant matchup is pretty even, but when you either get that Poison Fang off and really reduce the health and the defense, it becomes very positive. Also, if you're able to land a Skull Bash right off the bat before they do any damage to you, that's very positive. Before they do any charge move damage to you. So there's a lot of ways that you can flip up the matchup with Bouffalant versus Trevenant. And so you're going to see here that I just barely miss out on on winning the safe swap, but I'm up a shield, which is really good. If I just not allowed them to get through that charm, I actually would have won as well, and I would have been in a really good spot. But as it is, I unfortunately have to shield up the Psyshock, which would be super effective. But luckily they have a Goodra in the back. And Goodra, basically any Pokemon that takes neutral damage from all these fast moves and charge moves, is not going to have a good time. I really could have swapped out before that, but for some reason I decided to wait. Luckily I'm going to get to this Night Slash first, which is really nice. And I'm in a good spot because they don't have any shields left, and I can farm down. I can just farm down here and then get to uh, the Earth Power, and then I win CMP versus Goodra, so that's a very safe win con right there. Yeah, and that's another example of where Shadow Nidoqueen specifically, the shadow part is so nice because that Earth Power might have come close to not KOing if it was just a regular Nidoqueen, and if the Goodra had good IVs because Goodra is so bulky. But an Earth Power from a Shadow Nidoqueen is enough to do 50% to even very bulky things. And because I got that off that Skull Bash, I'm actually able to tank that Side Shock and get to another Skull Bash. So this is really good. They did not expect that second Skull Bash, or they just didn't want to give up a shield. They did get a lot of farm with Typhlosion, but as you saw in that past battle, Typhlosion just can't withstand the constant fast move pressure, the constant charge move pressure. Just a little bit too delicate. So I tank that move onto my my Nidoqueen, and I anticipate the swap here. So I swap instantly, and I'm in a really good spot because I can just throw these two Leaf Blades before they get to their second move. And by the time I get to the second Leaf Blade, this would one-shot them. So they have to make a decision here if they want to shield or not. They let it go, maybe thinking that I was going to go for Night Slash that time, but this game's over. I don't think that they had a win con because, like I said before, neutral counters plus neutral poison jabs plus neutral poison fangs are enough to take down almost any Pokemon, unless they're incredibly bulky. And there's not a lot of bulk in the Ultra League Premier Classic. That's why I like the Ultra League Premier Classic so much. Bouffalant is actually one of the bulkiest things I think that you see in the meta. Lapras is bulkier, but there's definitely not a whole lot else. And so here you see they didn't even go up to the close combat, so I didn't have to respect it. And they're doing something really strange where they're farming up and they shield, so I'm able to get to this Skull Bash. They're trying to farm me all the way down. That's a mistake because I'm going to get off that Skull Bash, and now they're only going to get off one move here. I can bring in my Nidoqueen. They're probably going to go for the close combat because it does a little more even when it's resisted, but it's not going to do that much, you're going to see. So I'm in a good spot here. I'm up a shield. And so now they're basically in a very difficult spot because my Surf Edge is going to sweep this entire team essentially. I can just counter this down, and they don't have a win condition anymore. So yeah, I saw a lot of Laprases, and especially in the back, and Surf Edge is just such a great response to Lapras in the back. And we have Nidoqueen into Dragonite. What I like to do here is I like to get off my Poison Fang, and then I switch into Bouffalant. And I think that's a really powerful combo because the Bouffalant can catch this Dragon Claw, so they are not able to farm up anymore. And then if the Dragonite gets careless, they're going to just get stomped and get killed or force a shield. And so once again, I'm telling you guys, a lot of people are switching in Snorlax to Bouffalant because they don't have a good response to Bouffalant, or they think that Snorlax is their best response. But it's almost never the best response, just because these superpowers are not going to KO, so I can safely no shield them, and a lot of times they bait anyway. So if they bait, then I'm in an amazing spot. They don't bait, then I'm also in a good spot. Um, I unfortunately do have to shield this now, um, because they had a really good IV Snorlax. So that is the best case scenario that you can get with the Snorlax, is to get a shield. But at the very least, it's really nice to be able to control swap like that. And there you go, folks. That's how much a Skull Bash does, resisted to an Empoleon. So a Skull Bash plus a Stomp is pretty much enough to take out an Empoleon. And I know I can survive this Drill Peck, so I immediately swap, think that they're going to swap, and I'm in a good spot here. I just get off this Poison Fang in order to make my Poison jabs do more damage. I can take this move, and then I can just counter down with Surfetched, and then I can just counter down with Empoleon. So once again, being able to fast move down in the back is just such a great way to ensure victory. Yeah, so this is probably my favorite team that I've ever made. I really enjoy Bouffalant, so if you have a Bouffalant, or if you can find a way to get one, I highly recommend trying it out in this league. Not only in this league, but in open, in regular Premier, it's also useful. I wouldn't use it in Open Ultra, but I think that it's always going to be a spicy and very effective safe swap. So if you have a Bouffalant and try this team out, let me know. And thanks for watching.